Hi, I'm Caitlin Domner, one of the founding partners of SalesMap.me, where we help transformational leaders scale their sales for greater freedom and impact. Today we're going to talk about the sales piece. Now this is usually the biggest component. If you remember, it was the first bucket that we wanted you to focus on, and it is the first bottleneck that you will start hitting. So the first thing was, once you start putting those marketing systems into place that we talked about in the last video, you are going to start having more sales conversations. Now, the beautiful thing about having more sales conversations is, that's right, more sales. But the downside is that now you are distracted from marketing and sales, and you are moving into operations and fulfillment, and whoops, once your foot slips off the pedal of your marketing, your pipeline dries up, and you find yourself on that really awful up and down carousel where you're going in a circle. And most of our coaches, consultants, and expert-based businesses tend to get a little bit stuck in the low six figures because they are doing everything themselves. And so when they come to us, the biggest question that they have is, what should I let go of? Most of them already have at least one VA, sometimes multiple VAs that are helping them manage their workload. But the one thing they don't realize that they can let go is the sales component. And this is quite natural because, let's be honest, this is the lifeblood of your business. So it is sometimes very difficult, and maybe you even really enjoy the sales conversations. That's an ideal scenario. But here's what we found. The hiring a salesperson is necessary if you want to scale in a much bigger way. If you have a big vision and you want to change the world in a significant way, then you absolutely need to bring on some sales support. Now, that may be a simple prospector who's helping with your Gear One marketing, or an appointment setter who's nurturing your community and pulling people onto your calendar. That's a fantastic way to start. Eventually, you're going to want somebody that you can trust, somebody who is aligned with your mission and your values, who is a mini you, who can get on these phone calls and close them at least at the same conversion rate that you are converting them. And the way to help you understand why this is really important is to help you figure out how much your time is worth. Now, if you're currently making $10,000 a month and you're spending 10 hours a week on sales activities, then your sales activity time is worth about $250 an hour. But if we take that $250 an hour, and I'm going to pull up my calculator so I can do the math with you, and we divide it by the hours that a full-time salesperson could be working on this every single month, so we'll multiply 250 by 160 hours, you're coming up with $40,000 per month. So we could literally quadruple your company simply with a single hire. Now, yes, sometimes people are like, but salespeople are expensive. And yes, you will want to budget anywhere from 10 to 20% for your salesperson in order to compensate them for generating $40,000 a month for your company. You're not sitting at home on your laurels eating bonbons while your salesperson is bringing in 4 times as much money as you used to bring in. No, you are using those hours to exponentially grow your company. You now have those 10 hours a week free that you can focus on, how do we really take this to the next level? What marketing systems can I be putting in place so I can be putting better quality leads onto my salesperson's calendar so that they can convert at a higher level, so that we can really take this to $80,000 per month in terms of increased revenue. So the key here is that you need a salesperson first. One, because you need consistency in your cash flow if you are going to move through the predictability phase that we mentioned, right? So you need consistent, predictable money, cash flow, so that you can budget for additional hires. You can budget for an operations manager. You can budget for a fulfillment director. You can start hiring that support team or purchasing advertisements when you have somebody fully dedicated to the sales activities in your business. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that a lot of people will assume that they need the best salesperson in the world. And so there gets to be this sort of mismatch in expectations, because let's be honest, the best salesperson in the world is probably looking to pay themselves about what your gross revenue is now. So they are looking for a system in place. So the way we think about this, my phrase is, you can't build an empire on the backs of unicorns. Now, you need to create a sales system that works no matter who's working it. So you might have anywhere from a 70 to a 95% conversion rate when you get on the phone with your leads. But let's be honest, you're the expert, you're the face of the brand, you have an unfair advantage here. So what we want to start doing is, how do we systematically create a fantastic world-class sales process so that from the first moment that they meet you all the way through the time that they start in your high-end program, they are having a continuously lovely brand experience, and your salesperson is actually an ambassador for you, that they really are representing all of your values in the world. They are starting that transformational journey by moving people into a decision. So in a sense, we want to McDonaldize your sales process so that you don't need the top 1% producers in the world in order to get the results that you're looking for. So if you are interested in finding out if you are ready for a salesperson, we have created a fantastic tool for you. It takes you through some of the equations that we talked about on this call. And so you can input your numbers and see how much money is available to you. How much more time could you have? How much more impact could you have if you were able to bring on a salesperson? And then the step after that is looking at your current infrastructure and your systems, and how ready are you to make that decision. And then if you would like to sit down and chat with us, we would be happy to walk through your 3 buckets, your sales and marketing, your operations, and your finance, to really decide what is the timeline for you getting the support that you deserve as you seek to make a much bigger impact and live the life that you deserve to live. In the meantime, we are sending you so much love, and we will talk to you soon.